How Azaan Sait became the Azaan Sait.
Ego?
There's also one unsung hero in our story, and who's that?
I became who I am because of a creator.
Hub was not in existence. What else you would be doing apart from that?
The dumbest mistake I think I make every day.
It's been a long journey, and I'm experimenting with a lot of things, and this 100 Founder series is one of them. So, the motto of this series is to learn from founders who built something, but people just know the diamond side, you can say the shiny side, but no one knows about the raw and real journey. So, this series is all about learning from founders' raw and real journey.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah. So, first question, how Azaan Sait became the Azaan Sait, the founder of Hub Bengaluru? How this all started?
I think I became who I am because of a creator, my mom. I think so much of how I am right now was shaped very early. Me as a kid, growing up, and the energy and the environment around me has obviously played such a huge role in shaping me. Everyone in my family is very entrepreneurial. My nana was a film producer, so I spent my summers in Bombay on film sets in Paresh Rawal's lab. And my dada has been a serial entrepreneur, amongst from travel agencies to stud farms to racing to tech parks to one of the first shopping malls in Bangalore. He's done it all. I just always saw people around me solving problems and being the first to do new things and take risks. So it's pretty obvious how I've ended up in this position.
So, as if I say, building Hub, it's been a really long journey for you, right? But what if I ask you, what was your dumbest mistake while building the Hub? What was the dumbest mistake? What was the funniest thing you ever did? And one thing that you regret while building this?
The dumbest mistake I think I make every day. I think for me, what I'm realizing now is that I have to, at this level, I have to manage myself first. And just because I'm doing 8 things, and one of the hardest things for me is context switching, because I have to switch between our weddings business and our studios business and our agency business and our experiences business. So I can tend to have a short fuse. So I think when that fuse blows, that's definitely the dumbest thing I can do, because I can't expect all the different people I'm working with to have to deal with that. So this year has been interesting for me to be able to work on controlling that aspect of my brain.
And the funniest thing you did, like you felt like, okay, this is the funniest thing while building.
Funniest thing while building?
A funny experience, you can say.
That happens also every day, I think. I think, it's just, if you walk into the hub right now, we have 5 dogs, and 2 days ago we have a cat. Before this we had guinea pigs. So I think the funniest thing is thinking that we can bring all of these different people and animals in one place and there will not be chaos.
Okay, that's amazing, because one thing I can say for sure is I've seen multiple agencies, I've seen multiple offices and everything, but the culture I've seen at Hub, I've never seen anywhere else. And that's really amazing. I would say I really wanted to work with you, but yeah, I'm doing my own stuff, so I'm not getting a chance.
We'll give a shout out to our people, pets and culture team, Kirtana, Neonika and Koina.
Of course.
That compliment is for you guys.
So we learn a lot of things while building businesses or whatever, different kind of stuff we do. What's that one thing you unlearn while building Hub?
Ego. Yeah, I think initially, I think like this one's interesting for me because I have to like once a year, once in 3 years, I have to wear the founder hat very hardcore. And a major part of what a founder has to do is have some element of God complex, because you're expected to solve problems other people can't solve. And you have to truly believe that you can do it while others can't. And then switching between that mode to where all people in the building together, that switch is a pretty interesting switch to navigate.
And what was that one moment that made you think I'm going to do it? Like in initial days, where if I ask.
It wasn't one moment. I think when I graduated and came back, it's pretty simple. I always knew I wanted to do my own thing. Um, my dad basically told me one day, he said, go sit in the basement. We're running a hotel. It's losing 20 lakhs a year. Figure it out. That's quite literally how it started. Was there was a problem my family had, which we had a hotel in a good location that were losing money. And yeah, the intent was just to help.
Obviously, if I ask, we are our own heroes in our story. You are the hero of your story, but there's also one unsung hero in our story, and who's that?
I think there's so many heroes in my story. I think everyone in our team builds with heart. They're all heroes. My granddad, because the privilege I have today and the legacy that he's created and the foundation that he's built, quite literally for the building we're sitting in. I get to build on. I get to build on top of that. So yeah, I just feel very blessed that I'm in a position where I can leverage that privilege and that foundation to do even more and solve even bigger problems.
I'd say that's really amazing. And when you're building Hub, there must be a moment where you felt like things are not gonna work out and I should quit, but you didn't.
Yeah, every month.
Okay, that's fair enough.
No, but for me, the way I look at it is there's good and bad to doing too many things, right? How I deal with it is because we're quite literally doing 8 things. When something is going bad in one of them, I try to give that team space and then I focus on the good that's going on in something else. Because I've realized that if you just give it time, usually it solves itself. It can actually make it worse if you go in there and you try to point at the problem 17 times.
Makes sense, I would say. So, while building everything, managing Hub, doing all different things one time, where there's a moment where you must have felt like things are not working right for me. So how do you manage that? Like, you were like, before I got into this industry, you obviously your family is from entrepreneurship, so you have that image, okay, when I'll enter this industry, it's going to be like that. But what's that one myth that got busted when you entered this industry?
I think there's just so many things, right? Like I think today, for someone who's an entrepreneur or even someone who's a creative professional working with an entrepreneur, adaptability is so important. Probably the single most underrated skill today that people need to have is learning how to learn. And everything is changing. Everything is changing. It's been disrupted. You have to be so comfortable saying this today and saying tomorrow, no, I'm wrong. Things have changed. It's now that. So it's having that mindset that, yeah, there are going to be problems. There are going to be bad days. Things are going to change. You're going to make plans. They're going to get outdated. But that's all part of it.
Absolutely. If I say if Hub was not in existence, what else you would be doing apart from that?
I'd probably be doing something like this somewhere else. But what would I be doing if there was an Hub? I think I would be doing some form of teaching because I think that's what I love.
But how did you come up with the idea of Hub? Like, I want to do this. We have that particular plan in our mind when we're building something. How did you come up with the Hub? The name and everything. I want to build this and that.
I think it's pretty simple. I was a kid from Bangalore that went to LA, studied undergrad, had a great experience, saw how much better life can be when an ecosystem or an environment is designed properly. And I came back here 6 months, I was like depressed. I was like, why doesn't that stuff exist here? And I just wanted to make the space around me like what I experienced when I was there. And I wanted that for other people. And I said, hey, if I like it, I'm sure other people would like it too. So we focus a lot on the way we design this space and the energy and the vibes and how we treat each other and how we talk to each other and that we bring in new technology and we kind of challenge each other. Because if you can create that space, then anything can be built from there.
Well, I agree with that because, as I said before, I've never seen a culture like this anywhere else. And last but not the least, I'm not taking much time of yours. What's that one advice you would give to your day one self?
Do exactly what you did.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't have regrets. I mean, if you go down that, then it's a little tricky, right? I've made more mistakes than I probably should have, but I've learned from them. So it's part of who I am.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for giving me your
Thank
time.
you.
It means a lot.
Of course.